Hi, my name is Mike Regensberger. I am the advisor of Kutztown University Radio, and we are in the studio recording this podcast with Melissa Jenkings. She comes to us from Cape Town, South Africa, and this is part of a series of podcasts that we're doing for the upcoming Kutztown University International Education Week, where we're interviewing some great international students that have chosen to spend some of their time here at Kutztown University and find out a little bit about them and why they chose Kutztown University. So welcome, Melissa.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so Melissa, tell me a little bit about you. You said you're from Cape Town, South Africa?
Yeah, that's correct. I've lived there my entire life.
Okay.
Well, until I came here, obviously.
So obviously that's half across the world. How did you first hear about KU, and why did you choose KU?
That's a very good question, actually. So I had never heard of Kutztown before in my entire life. America's a big place, so I only really heard of the major cities. But I knew that I wanted to study in America, specifically because I actually have family here, so I have some aunts and uncles scattered around. So I found out about this program that South Africa has. It's called World Sport and Academic Scholarships, and if you get into the program, then they place you. So basically, I got accepted into the program. I gave them all my information, and then I think it was late December, early January, I came home, and the acceptance letter from Kutztown University was on my bed, and it's just been a great journey since then. So I never heard about it. I actually thought it was a bit of a scam. When I was like, Kutztown, are you sure? I called it Kutztown until I came here.
A lot of people do. I don't feel bad about that.
Until I came here and someone said, how did you find Kutztown? And I was like, oh, that's where I am.
No, I'm only from like 50 miles from here, and I originally said Kutztown. So
really?
That's very common, not nothing to be worried about there. So, okay, that's fascinating. So, so how long have you been here a student?
Well, I'm a senior, so I've been here all 4 years.
Okay,
yeah.
So you've been here for a while. Okay. So you've been here for a while. What are some of the best moments you've had so far as a KU student, Melissa?
I think definitely arriving was just so surreal. So I actually came a little bit earlier than some of the other international kids because I was a marching band kid. I didn't know we don't have marching band in South Africa, and it was I had emailed the band director because I played the saxophone and I played it all throughout high school, asking if I could join any bands, and then he was like, "Do you want to join the marching band?" And I said, "I don't know what that is, but if you're willing to teach me, I wouldn't mind." So I came a little bit early for band camp, and it was probably the most exhausting but most exciting week of my entire life, and I met a lot of my friends during that time, and everyone was super welcoming, and they were super interested as well in me, and I think I was the first international kid in marching band like until that point, so that was really, really cool. They made a really big deal about me coming, and they were all very welcome, so that was probably like one of the biggest highlights and something I'll always remember, yeah.
That's neat. So before you came to the U.S., did you have any preconceived ideas or concerns about coming to the U.S. or any, things that you thought about before you come in here?
Yeah, I think there were a couple. I thought that, I didn't realize how big America was, and I thought
everyone... I heard that from somebody else. I heard that from somebody else, yeah.
So I guess, like, I don't know, if you go from one place in America to the next, it's almost like going to a different country because everyone's so different. Mm-hmm. I guess I kind of had like the Midwest, like hillbilly typical idea, and then coming to Pennsylvania, it was totally different. I also think I expected big city, and then, well, obviously coming to Kutztown, I was like, where's the where's the buildings?
Well, what's neat about this area is we're not far from the big city.
Yeah, that is
2
true.
hours away, you can be in New York or Philadelphia, but right here, it's quite,
And I flew into New York, so that was my first impression, was seeing all the big
So you thought everywhere was going to be that way.
The skyscrapers, and then all of a sudden it became less and less buildings and more cornfields, and So yeah, I think that was, I thought everybody talked differently than they did here, and I think I expected more like city life because that's what I've been exposed to through the media.
But do you like the country?
I do. I mean, It's been absolutely awesome, and as I said, like, it's so different. Right. So I've traveled a bit. I've been a bit down south, and like that's obviously a totally different experience than it is here. So I've really enjoyed, and everyone's so friendly and super interested in me. So that's really cool too.
That's great. So what do you anticipate once you graduate from KU? What do you want to do with your life?
So actually, I've been accepted into graduate school. I'm going to Villanova University. Their
Villanova's good school. Yeah.
Master of Science and Finance program. Mm-hmm. I'm a finance major, and I actually want to go into academia. So hopefully, once I've completed my master's, then I can go on to do my PhD somewhere probably in the Philly area. I really like it here. So that's sort of the the plan. Yeah.
So, how has the Kutztown University Office of International Studies helped you? Have they helped you, and what direction have they given you throughout your course here at the university?
Yeah, I mean, they've been absolutely amazing. I think definitely coming here in the beginning, they were very helpful in. We have an international student week before the start of the semester,
right.
And that's super helpful because you learn about. Obviously, like your visa and what you can and can't do here in America. They give you a whole bunch of resources, and they take you to Target. They do like a Target run, which is pretty cool. So I went to Target and bought like all the stuff that I needed for my room that I wouldn't be able to do if they didn't do that. They've also been super helpful with other things. I wanted to get my driver's license. So I think that was my sophomore year. So I went to the international office and they gave me all these forms, told me exactly how to do it, like how to go about doing that. And also now, like graduating, they've been super helpful with transferring my visa and, just all those nitty-gritty things have been really helpful doing that. And they've also been a great support system throughout. So if I've ever needed anything, then I can always go there. They're so friendly. And they all know us by name, the people that work there.
That's great to hear. Just lastly, any advice would you have for any students or potential students that might be thinking about coming to Kutztown University, kind of in your situation? What would you tell them?
I'll tell them to come. It's been an absolutely great experience, and there's so much to learn. I feel like I've been given so much life experience from coming here.
It's good to hear.
So I would definitely say come and try not be too stressed out about your course of studies, if that makes sense. I think especially from where I'm from, the university track is so direct to what your major is, but I've changed my major like 3 or 4 times, so the general education that you get here at Kutztown is really, really awesome, and you're exposed to so many different things. So don't be afraid like this is the be all end all. Come in with an open mind and be willing to let your experiences shape that. So
fantastic. Well, Melissa Jenkins, you said it very well. I want to thank you so much for being a part of us here at Kutztown University and stopping into the radio station to tell us about your experiences. We wish you all the best with your future.
Thank you.
All right.